that time you can turn off your camera. Otherwise, keep your shiny face on. Okay. So good, guys. Now I will continue. We are really running out of time. I don't know how busy you are, but day by day we are getting close and close to the date. What is it? SASMO date. And here somehow we should get used to it. What we are doing here is we are using all Singaporean books and Singaporean materials, and I don't know, I just collected a lot of resources and also spent a lot of money. It's okay, not a big problem, but if you really practice these questions, all right, you will improve your math a lot. And once again, you may wonder, okay, if I improve my math a lot, what is next? What is next? What is next? And after all, we are all here to learn something. And we spend around 20 years at least of our lifetime for learning, right? And maybe, I don't know, when did you start learning? Now, my kids, let's say, they start going to kindergarten at the age of two and a half, and the 3 years at kindergarten, after the 6 years at primary school, after the 6 years at high school, after the 4 years at university, maybe after that 2 more years your master's degree, right? And after that, let's say until master's degree, 3 years at kindergarten, and 6 is 12, 15 years primary school, kindergarten, and high school, plus 4 years at university, 19 years of time. And that's all for what? As if like we are just living in this life to learn something, to get education, right? Because really, education changes our behavior, our character, our the meaning of life. And when we just say education, how do we get educated? Learning these things, right? Learning math, learning physics, learning chemistry, other stuff. And among this, also math, it just shapes our thinking skill, problem solving skill. And that's why, guys, the most important thing is self-discipline, okay? You need to learn how to motivate yourself, okay? At least, maybe not perfectly. Look, Rifa, you're going to have exam, not exam, all right? And this is math, and you're going to study at the best university in the world, and you need to study well, blah, 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 somehow, and try to like it, okay? And Rifa, just really practice this thing, all right? Now, from tomorrow, for example, just take your math book. Oh, math book, you are so lovely. I like it. You are so sweet, okay? Say this, you really start loving this solving math questions. And as you solve more and more, you will have very sweet feeling, right? When you just solve a problem, for example, correct, you say that, wow, it's so good. Why? Because it improves your understanding skill. Okay, so that in this way, we will develop our thinking and everything. All right. So guys, let's continue then. That much is enough. We were talking about chapter 4, and really we are running out of time. And I want to finish chapter 4, 5, 6, and 7 as soon as possible, maybe within 3 or 4 weeks. And after that, we need to focus on SASMO questions, okay? Because SASMO questions are also usually non-routine questions, and not all of them, but also you need to get used to those questions. Now 2 things left, very easy questions, I mean very easy things. Here we have change the subject of a formula. You need to be familiar with this sentence or statement and find the value of an unknown quantity in a given formula. Okay, these are just easy stuff. And after the review questions 3, we will review this. Today I will finish this chapter. Okay, whatever we do, we will finish this chapter. All right, changing the subject of a formula. And simply, just I will give you, okay, first let's just read this. After that, I will give you some explanation. Rifa, can you read the first paragraph? Ayan, the second one, and Murad, the third one.
Okay. Formula are used in everyday life for
A
working
bit
out.
louder, Murad. Rifa, a bit louder.
Okay, formula are used in everyday life from working out areas and volumes of shapes to converting units of measurement. Knowing how to use and rearrange formula are very useful skills.
Okay. So when you just say formula, right? If you just open Google now, let's say you want to change meter into centimeter, yard into meter, for example, right? Or for example, Azerbaijan local currency to US dollar, for example. For each, actually, we use a formula, right? Conversion of units. And to find the area of a rectangle, what is the formula? A is equal to length times width. To find the area of a trapezium, for example, area is equal to the sum of the parallel sides a plus b over 2 times h. A bunch of formula, right? Actually, to deal with this formula, we need to be familiar with this, changing the subject of a formula. Changing the subject of a formula means solving an equation for the given variable. The same thing, okay? Continue. Ayan, read the second paragraph.
The subject of a formula is the variable that's being worked out. It can be recognized as the letter on its own on one side of the equals sign.
Okay. And sometimes, for example, if I give you the equation, solve this equation. 3x minus 5 is equal to 8, for example. It's not a formula. Solving this equation means I need to leave this x alone on the left-hand side, right? And take everything to the right-hand side. And also solving the formula is something like this. Okay, we will just see in the next example. Okay. Let's finish this. Murat, can you read the last part?
Yes, rearranging the formula. In order to change the subject of a formula or rearrange a formula, items in the formula need to be rearranged so a different variable is the subject. Knowledge of solving equations and inverse operations is very useful.
Okay. Okay, let's just start with one thing here. Why it is not going to? Okay. We know that, for example, if we are given any trapezium, well, it's just simple example. What is a trapezium? A special quadrilateral with a pair of parallel sides. And suppose that this side is parallel to this side. The length of this side is, let's say, it is A, and it is B, maybe centimeters or meters, doesn't matter. And let's say the height of this trapezium is h, the distance between the parallel sides, right? Now, what is the formula here? The formula is A is equal to A plus B over 2 times h. Now, if I just tell you, okay, find the area if A equals 3 centimeters, B is equal to 5 centimeters, H is equal to 4 centimeters. You just substitute and calculate this, right? But if I ask you another question, how about the area is given, the parallel size is given, we need to find the height. Or area is given, height is given, and B is given. At the time, if we have like 10 questions, each time substitute and solving this, it may take the time. Instead, if I make this B the subject of the formula, how can I do that? Multiply both sides by 2. Here we have 2 times A is equal to A plus B times H, which is equal to A times H plus B times H. Now take AH to the left-hand side, and BH is equal to 2 times capital A minus AH. Now divide both sides by h. B is equal to 2a minus ah over b. Not b, h. So now, as you see here, if I know the area of the trapezium and the value of a and the value of height, right, I can calculate the value of b. Now, if we have a bunch of questions, similar questions, each time if you substitute into this formula, then find b, it may take time. Instead, we need to make this b the subject of the formula. But here, b is called the subject of the formula. Everything else is on the right-hand side. That is what we mean by making some variable the subject of the formula. And simply making that variable the subject of the formula means we have to solve that equation for that variable. All right, let's start with this example. Make P the subject of the formula. Ayan Nagizade, have you ever seen this formula before?
No.
Never? Rifa, Jasmine, Murad, how about you?
No idea.
No.
Never. Okay, if you have never seen this, then you will see in the future, very near future, okay? And that is the simple interest formula. And this I stands for interest, P for principal, R for rate, T for time. What is simple interest? Usually, if you deposit some amount of money to the bank, right, and the bank uses your money, in return of this, using your money, they will add some amount, additional amount. That amount is called interest, right? Maybe 5%, maybe 3%, or 2.5%. Okay, how to calculate this? For example, if you have $100. You're depositing this, let's say, and the bank says that our interest rate is R is equal to 3% per year. And let's say you are going to deposit this for 3 years. All right. After 3 years, how much will you get? So after 3 years, your interest will be, principal is 100, and the R is 3%, that is 3 over 100 times, and time is 3, which is equal to $9. So at the end of 3 years, actually you will get from the bank 100 plus 9, so that is $109. Anyway, that's just principle, okay? So that's usually, this formula is used to calculate the simple interest in the banks. So what is the question here? The question is, we need to make P the subject of the formula. So we need to solve for P. How can I solve this? First, I should multiply both sides by example 18, okay? Both sides by 100. Then here we have capital P and RT. On the right hand side, we have 100 times R. Now I want to leave this P alone, so I need to divide both sides by RT. What is P? P is equal to 100 I is divided by RT. So what we have done here is we made P the subject of the formula. Okay, how about in example 19? It says that make P the subject of the formula. So we have to solve for P, right? First, I should take this 7 to the right-hand side and interchange the left-hand side with the right-hand side. So I have here 2P on the right-hand side, 3B plus 7. Now divide both sides by 2. So P is equal to 3B plus 7 over 2. So we have made P the subject of the formula. All right. And the procedure is not so difficult. Just you need to be familiar with the concept, making the side of the formula. What does it mean? So now you know what it means, right? Okay, guys, you have 1 minute. Okay, can you make X the subject of the formula? Leave your answer in the simplest form and tell me the answer, okay? Let's say 1 minute and 20 seconds. Time starts now. I'll just bring some water.
Sir, can I answer? But I'm not sure about the answer.
Rifa, why is your voice so low? Huh?
It's because of my microphone.
Because of your microphone?
Yes.
Oh, it's really hard to. Okay, Rifa, Ayan, Jasmine, Murat, finished?
No, I'm still doing it.
Why so slow, Jasmine?
Teacher, I'm tired.
Sir, can I say the answer?
Yes.
So I think it is 6 plus x equals y.
What? No, wait, maybe. I got something very different, very, very different.
Okay, just guys, let's do it together and compare the answer and let me know your answer is correct or not. So guys, again,
Mr.
just
Can you
knowing how to
please?
do is not enough. All right. Also, you should learn how to do fast. Speed is very, very important. Mr. Kasim, I know this. Just give me 10 minutes. You know, you don't have 10 minutes. Can you do this in 30 seconds? Okay. That's a problem. So here I should just cross
Can I?
multiply 3 times y. Here we have 3y. Y times 2x, 2xy. On the right hand side, 2 minus
Can you
x.
hear me,
Take x
please?
to the left hand side, 2xy plus x equals 2. Take 3y to the right hand side, minus 3y. What is the common denominator factor here? X. So here we have x
Guys, do you hear
equals
me?
2 minus 3y over what we have here, 2y plus 1. Did you get this?
Mister, do you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Were you were you hearing me for the whole time? Like, why you did not let me answer? I had the same answer.
Okay, then very good, Murad. If you get the same answer, very good. Great.
Can you give us another example, please?
Okay. So now if a equals square root of a plus b, 1 equals 2b, make a the subject of the formula. All right, guys, let's do this and you will do the next and here. All right. Okay, do this, guys, a and b. 2 minutes only, all right, 2 minutes only. And write your answer in the chat box. Ayan, 4b squared minus 1. That's correct, Ayan. How about question B?
I'm working on it.
Okay. If you give me the correct answer for B, I will give you 100. I mean, completely correct. I mean, 100% correct. If you solve this 100% correctly, you will get 100. All right, let's see. Jasmine, A equals 4B squared minus 1, correct? B, yeah, Ayan, I was just thinking about this. Okay, guys, let's continue. Ayan, just one question for you, okay? If x squared is equal to 9, what is x?
3.
Are you sure?
I think so. Yes, I'm pretty sure.
I think you have to factorize it. Or
It is plus minus 3, Ayan.
Oh,
Why?
right.
Because negative 3 squared is 9. Usually it's quadratic equation, right? How do you solve this? X squared minus 3 squared is equal to 0. So from here, x minus 3 and the x plus 3 is equal to 0. So x equals 3 or x equals -3. Two answers. In general, if we have x squared is equal to something a, suppose that a is non-negative, because if it is negative, it doesn't have any answer. And what is x? It is plus minus square root of a. And that's why, okay, the first one is quite easy. What is a? A is equal to square first square both sides. Here we have 4b squared. Take one to the right hand side, minus 1. In question B, okay, x squared, multiply both sides by 3, 3c plus 21, right? So here, what is x? X equals plus minus. We have two possible answers. Score the 3c plus 21. Okay, so because just writing one answer, that means that your answer is not completely correct. Let's move to the next question. How about this? Make S the subject of the formula. Guys, I'm sure you know how to do that. Let's do this quickly and we will move to the next chapter. I mean, the last part of this chapter. So here, again, here we have square root, square both sides. Now here we have v squared equals u squared plus 2as. We need to make s the subject of the formula. So 2as, the term which has s, let's keep it here. Take u squared to the left. So v squared minus s squared. What? V squared. So now divide both sides by 2a. S equals v squared.
Mr. Kazem, isn't it supposed to be u squared minus? Yeah.
Yeah. V squared minus u squared over 2a. Right? And how about for question B? Here we have cubic root of something, right? So that is, how can I remove this? I need to raise to the power of 1 over 3. That is, here we have ax plus b is equal to k cubed. So what is x, right? So what is x? X equals k cubed minus b over a. That's it. Very simple. Okay. Now finding an unknown in a formula in similar way, you should just substitute and solve the equations. Okay. And I will skip this and finish this. So we have the last parts and let's finish it. And I want to finish this chapter. So review questions 4. Now, guys, you are going to solve the question. I will give you some time and you need to solve this. So you need to be a little bit fast. I'm not going to give any extra additional time. Okay. Guys, if you are ready, solve it and write your answer to me in chat box if you finish it before the time is up. Okay. So read it, understand this, and solve this and tell me the answer. You have 3 minutes.
I'm done.
Yes, I'm also done.
Yeah, I'm also done.
Okay, good. Very good. Let's check the answers. Question 4. 16, 16, 16. Very good. These are all correct answers. We will move to the next question. And not question. Question 6. Okay, it's 3 minutes.
Teacher, can you show them how did you do this one?
Rifa, what did you say?
I'm saying that can you show after like guys answer how did you do this one?
Okay.
I think I found it. I will send it to you.
Write your answer in chat box, Murat. Let's see. Because so you have
Privately?
1 minute and yes.
Okay. Is it correct, Mr.?
Yes.
No?
Yes, correct.
Oh, okay. I can explain.
Let's wait for Jasmine and Ayan, then we'll discuss together. Okay, time is up. Any answer? Ayan, Jasmine, Rifa?
Is it 4 and 6?
Yes. Jasmine?
I think I also got 4 and 6, but I'm not sure about it.
Okay, guys, it says that the difference between the reciprocal of two consecutive positive even numbers, right? So let's say the first number is n, and the second number is n plus 2 because they are even, right? And what is the reciprocal? It is 1 over n and 1 over n plus 2. So the year difference is 12. So that is minus, because 1 over n is greater than 1 over n plus 2. So that's equal to 1 over 12. If you just write here 1 over n plus 2 minus 1 over n, you get wrong answer. Now, if you just cross multiply and bring the common denominator, n plus 2 minus n over common denominator is n times n plus 2, that is n squared plus 2n. On the right hand side, we have 1 over 12. This n is gone, cross multiply, and here we have n squared plus 2n. Here we have 24, take to the right hand side, minus 24. That's equal to 0. Now we know that here 6 times negative 4 and 6 plus negative 4. So the answer is n minus 4 and n plus 6 is equal to 0. The first number is 4, second number is minus 6. So it says a positive, right? This answer is rejected. So what is the value of n? It is 4. If the first number is 4, the second number should be 6. So dot, 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 the numbers are 4 and 6. Okay. Let's continue. Next question. All right. 3 minutes, guys. Exactly 3 minutes. Rated a very similar question. Murad, any answer?
No, mister.
Teacher, I think I have it, but I'm not sure.
How come you are not sure, Jasmine? What do you mean you are not sure?
Should I type it here?
Yeah, but did you form your equation and after that solve this, or you're just guessing a number?
No, I formed an equation, but I'm not sure if the solution of the equation is right.
Okay, what did you get?
It's really
For the answer, the numbers are 4 and 12.
Okay, that's correct.
yes. I was thinking of 4 and 12, but then I thought it's 4 and 8.
I have
It's
4 and
3 times as large as the other number, right? If the first number is 3 and a 4, next number should be 12. Ayan, any answer from you?
Yeah, I have 4 and 12 as well.
Okay, very good. So simply, one number is 3 times as large as the other number. That means that if the first number is A, the second number is 3A. And the difference between the reciprocals, right? Again, 1 over 3A is bigger minus 1 over A. That's equal to 1 over 6. Common denominator is 3A. What is opposite, right? Here this should be 3A. So the common denominator is 3A. 3 minus 1, that is 2 over 3A is equal to 1 over 6. Now from here, 3A equals 12, A equals 4. Dot, dot, dot. The first number is 4, second number is 12. Very good. Okay, the square of x is equal to the square root of y. That means that the square of x is equal to the square root of y. Express y in terms of x. Square both sides. What is y? X to the power of 4. And it's just easy question. Now, next question. You have 3.5 minutes to solve this question, okay? Again, set up your equation, and after that, solve this. All right, 3.5 minute time starts now. Let's see what you get here. This is a little bit harder question. 15 seconds. Time. Any answer? Nerifa, Ayan, Nagizade, Jasmine, Murat.
No,
Why not?
No.
Ayan, is it so hard or you didn't understand the question?
because I'm just not good at problems that involve like speed and distance and stuff like that.
Me too.
That means that Ayan, Jasmine, that you need to practice more speed and time, distance problems.
Yeah, that's true.
And because you're going to see these kind of problems a lot. In every grade, you're going to see this problem. Not only at school, when you go to university, and if you study anything, any major related to math, you will see them a lot. Actually, this is a very simple idea. Just if you understand this, and you will understand a lot of things. That's why in math problems, in every book, it doesn't matter. It was published in Azerbaijan or US or UK or China, a lot of problems are related to speed problems. Why? Because it really improves our understanding skill a lot. That's why. Anyway, so guys, suppose that, and you were supposed or expected to arrive your destination, let's say from A to B, and let me change the color. I don't like using reds. The distance is D. Suppose that you were expected to arrive at your destination after T hours or in T hours, right? So now, due to some reason, you need to slow down, right? And if you travel at 36 kilometers per hour and you arrive at your destination half an hour late, you were supposed to arrive at T, but now due to change your inner speed, you arrive half an hour late. That is T plus 1 over 2. Now it took actually T plus 1 over 2 hours. And if it travels at 42 kilometers per hour, your speed is 42, it arrives at the same destination half an hour earlier. That is T minus 1 over 2. So the question is find the journey's distance. So we have to find the journey's distance. Now from here, before I continue here, the first one, divide both sides by 36 because I'm going to eliminate T from the equations. Here we have D over 36 is equal to T plus 1 over 2. The second one, divide both sides by 42. D over 42 equals T minus 1 over 2. How can I eliminate this? Let me subtract the second equation from the first one. Subtract the left-hand side from left-hand side. So here I have D over 36 minus D over 42. Right-hand side from right-hand side, T minus T, 0. 1 over 2 minus 1 over 2, that's equal to 1. Now, if you just bring the common denominator, the left-hand side, let's say common denominator is 36 times 42, right? And here we have 42D minus 36D. On the right-hand side, we have 1. What is 42 minus 36? On purpose, I did not multiply 36 by 42 because I'm hoping that after I simplify the numerator, I will be able to simplify them. Maybe they will have a common factor. 42 minus 36, that is 6 times D. As you see here, 36, I can write it as 6 times 6 times 42. On the right-hand side, still we have 1. Now the 6 is gone. And what is D? 6 times 42, which is equal to 252 kilometers. So the distance between these 2 points or towns is 252 kilometers. Okay, Ayan, Jasmine, did you understand a little bit?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
If so, now try another question. I will ask a similar question related to speed, okay? And again, you will have 3.5 minutes. Okay, read it, understand, and do it. After 3.5 minutes, we will discuss together.
I am still confused.
Really?
I think I know the problem. It's because I'm not sure how to form the equations.
Okay, time is up. Any answer? Others?
Do you hear me?
Yes, Murat. You got
So,
anything?
I got something, but I think it's wrong. But should I just tell you?
Yeah, just tell me.
Um, okay, like I got 540.
At least you got something. Rifa, how about you?
I should have.
What?
I should have
What?
24.
Jasmine, how about you?
Okay.
I think I have the same problem with Ayan. Like I don't know how to make the equation.
Good, good, no problem. As you practice and more, you'll have more idea, more experience, and one day soon it becomes piece of cake, and you'll say that how come I didn't understand these questions? You will just get angry at yourself. Anyway, so first, just let's read this question. A motorist does the first part of his journey at an average speed of 54 kilometers per hour. He then increases his speed to 60 kilometers per hour for the rest of the journey. Now, from here, what do we understand? We are talking about two different destinations, right? Now, from A, it just moves to B, right, at certain speed, and after to some reason, and he increases his speed. Maybe it was just flat, I don't know, maybe highway, and after he increases speed and moves to here, from A to B and B to C. And from A to B, it says that he traveled at 54 kilometers per hour, right? And for the rest of the journey, he actually traveled at 60, right? So here he traveled at 60 kilometers per hour. Now it says that in total, right, he traveled 225 kilometers in 4 hours. Okay, Ayan, this question is for you. To travel from A to B, if he spent, let's say, T hours, how many hours he spent to travel from B to C? Ayan, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
In total, if he spent 4 hours for the whole journey, and from A to B, he spent T hours, how many hours did he or take to travel from B to C?
Oh, is it 4 minus t?
Yeah, very simple, right? It's 4 minus T. Ayan, another question for you. Suppose that the distance from A to B is D kilometers. Then what is the distance from B to C?
225 minus d.
That's it. Now just I need to write the equation then. What is the distance formula from A to B? It is speed times time. That is 54 speed times t. And what is the distance from B to C? It is 2 to 5 minus d. And what is the distance? Speed times time. What is the speed? 60. And how about time? 4 minus t. That is our equation. Now, again, if we just add them together, d plus 2 to 5 minus d. On the left, we have 2 to 5. On the right, what we have here, 54t plus 60 times 4, 240, minus 60 times t, it is 60t. Now, if you simplify this, 54 minus 60, it is minus 60. Take 240 to the left, 225 minus 240 minus 15. Now from here, what is t? 15 over 6, or by 3, it is 5 over 2 hours. So what is the question? We need to find the distance. Now from here, I know t. So the distance, it says that what is the distance traveled for the first part of his journey? What is it? This d, right? So that's equal to 54 times t. And we know the value of t, that is 5 over 2. And that's equal to 54 is divided by 2 is 27. 5 times 27 is 135 kilometers. Okay, any questions? Jasmine, did you understand the solution?
Yes, I did understand.
Okay then. Guys, we have more questions, but with one question, I will finish the class. And let's do this together. And if you want to improve your math, problem solving skill, let me know. I can give you more questions, okay? If you are too busy, we have nothing to do. Abbas buys, why did I put Abbas here? Because my son's name, maybe I prepare for my students here, I think. Anyway, Abbas buys 30 kg of cheese at a certain price, right? At a certain price means we don't know. Instead of the certain price, let's say it is X dollars. And I can just read it now like this. Abbas buys 30 kg of cheese at X dollars. He finds that if he had bought some cheaper cheese costing 95 cents less per kg, he could have had 32.5 kg for the same amount of money. What is the price per kg of the cheese, which is more expensive? Now, suppose that at the beginning you have C dollars, okay? And so for $3, you are spending this to buy some cheese, right? And how many kg of cheese did you buy? 30 kg. And 1 kg is how much? Is X dollars. So you're buying 30 kg, and each kg is X dollars. So that is how much you have. Their money is enough to buy 30 kilos of cheese at X dollars per kg. In the next part of the question, it says that he finds that if he had bought some cheaper cheese costing 95 cents less per kg, and we are talking about the same amount of money, right? For the same amount of money, you can buy 32.5 kg of the same cheese, right? 32.5 kg. And now, how about the price? A bit cheaper. By how much? 95 cents. Since our year the price is in dollars, also we need to change the cents into dollars, which is equal to minus $0.95. That's it. What's the question? What is the price per kg of the cheese which is more expensive? Which one is expensive? X dollars or X minus 0.95? X is more expensive, right? So here we need to find the value of X. Since left hand sides are equal, we need to find X, and also the right hand sides must be equal. Now when we forming our equation, we can just drop the units, right? So here we have 30x is equal to, remove the brackets, 32.5x minus 32.5 times 0.95. Now take 32 to the left hand side, 30 minus 32.5. So here we have minus 2.5. X equals minus 32.5 times 0.95. Both numbers are negative. Multiplying both by -1, we can just drop the negative sign. And here we have, and also if you multiply this one by 10, this one by 10, what we have here? 3 to 5 times 0.95 over 25, which is equal to 3 to 5 over 25. That is 4, 4, 4, 12, 13, right? That's equal to 13 times 0.95. That's equal to, what is it? 13 times 0.95. That's equal to 12.35. 12.35. So actually the more expensive cheese was 12.35 $35 per kg. or per kilo. Okay, that's it. Again, actually, as you solve more and more problems, you will see that one day, and I look at the question, immediately understand. It really improves your understanding skill and also improves your speed. And that's why you need to practice more and more questions. And it does not continue forever, right? After a certain level, you look at the question, the idea comes quickly. Okay, then you can solve this very fast. That is what we are trying to achieve in this lesson. Okay. Right, that much is enough. And also for this chapter, that much is enough. Next time we will talk about simultaneous linear equations, maybe 2 hours. And also 1 hour, we'll talk about Pythagorean theorem. And after that, we will volume and surface area. And then after that, we will start practicing SASMO questions. Maybe before volume, I don't know. We can practice SASMO questions. We will see. First, we have to finish chapter 4 and 5. Okay. Guys, thank you very much. I will see you. When is our next class? Yes, Ayan.
Friday.
So, could you please post some problems for us to do in the group chat? But just so you know, I will not be able to do them for Friday because we have only one day and we have homework. But I can do it for our next class, which is Wednesday.
Okay, no problem. No problem, Ayan. Here, the problem is not, Ayan. When you do this, it's not important. But as you have free time, Ayan, number one, do you enjoy solving problems? Do you love math? And do you really like learning? Okay, that is the most important question. Okay, but if somebody is forcing you to come to this class, if somebody is forcing you to do your work, you cannot make much improvements. All right, and if you love this, if you really enjoy solving problems, Ayan, you will make a lot of problem, and it really pays off in the near future. I mean, you will see its fruits. Okay. Okay, Ayan, I will drop some questions in the group now and just solve the word problems part. Okay, the equation part. If it is easy, you can skip. Okay, have a look. All right.
Okay.
Okay, guys, thank you very much. See you on Friday. Bye bye.
Goodbye. Have a nice
Goodbye.
day.
Have a
You
nice
too.
day.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.